attention, everybody. We are back in the hayfield today. Finally. Man, I still finished up the grain bin this morning, got the last couple bolts put in, got the tar around the bolts on the skirt on the outside, so it got her sealed up. So we are done with the grain bin finally. It only took, well, about 2 hours, 3 afternoons, so about 6 hours, and about 2.5 days really. You know, an 8 job, 32.5 days. But it's fixed though, back together. So now we're hitting the hayfield. It is August the 22nd. Usually this is about 10 days later we like to start cutting the second cut. This is the first day of second cut. But it didn't rain for almost 5 weeks here. And we didn't have anything to cut the first August, to be honest with you. It didn't start raining here until middle of July. We finally got a couple rains, and it didn't really start raining good here until the 1st of August. Now we're going to get some rain. But we held off on starting to cut, trying to let the hay come in, let some more grass grow, which it has, and get something we can do. That's where we're at now. We're trying to get the hay knocked down. Alex is actually running a couple more errands. He is going to go get my uncle's hay cutter. And we're going to try to put 2 tractors in the field back. Since today's Saturday, we're going to try to get 2 tractors running in the field. We're over on my dad's place today, trying to cut hay over here. What we usually do is we'll start cutting over at my Alex's place. That's the better hay, we'll cut over there and come back this way. But this spring when we finish up cutting hay, we left the hay cutter over here at my dad's place. So we're starting here and going back to our place this time. Trying to get this knocked out. We need to get, the reason we really started is because we gotta get this knocked out. It's about time to get in the cornfield. Corn's been a little later than everybody else. If you guys watch this plant corn this spring, you know we're just a little behind on corn. It rained here. We had a really wet spring and turned off dry this summer. But because it's so wet, we held out of the field probably, I think we'd maybe 2, possibly 3 weeks behind on plant usually start, which helped us out some. Some of that corn that we're behind on, it didn't really start to toss until we started getting rain in July. And it cooled off a little bit. So that helped us out some. Our corn don't look as bad as everybody else. A lot of other people out here is not as good as it should be, but it's not horrible. But right now we're trying to get hay done, so we get this done. We got to get a couple maintenance issues worked on the combine. You saw yesterday's video, we got some new shoes for it, new tires for it. Been trying to buy used tires for it, but I couldn't find any. I had to break down and buy some new ones. Talk about the chance of rain today, tomorrow too, but we ain't waiting. We're going to want to start cutting hay. If it rains on it, rains on a little bit the first day, it ain't going to hurt it. And I ain't going to talk bad about the rain right now. We still need to use some rain. Rain really help our soybeans out right now. I mean, our beans look pretty good, but a little extra rain ain't going to hurt any. As you see, there ain't just a whole lot of grass out there. Usually we have more grass than this, but it's what we're dealing with right now. So we'll make the best out of it. Get some hay cut this morning. Went through everything. Have a good day today. And get some stuff knocked out. See if we get some stuff done today. Right in the next field now, running pretty good. So far, everything's running smooth. I jumped a couple deer up. Of course, I had the camera turned off. I jumped the deer up. You know, still don't get on film, but running smooth so far. Did stop and get some lunch while I go. Parker cutting hay next to your mama is stop and get some home cooked lunch. It's pretty good. About ate too much. I'm a little sleepy right now. I get woke up a bit like. See what all we can get cut out today. Where this next field area, it's got a lot of Johnson grass in it, so it looks a little thicker. Got a couple old brush piles I'm going to cut around right now, so there's some small cuts that he's cut around. I think Alex on his way. I can see him yet, but he's on his way over here. So far, the rain's held off today. The sun ain't come out, it's just like cloudy. I checked the radar a couple times, he's floating around us. Right back to another field here. Got a lot more Johnson grass in it, so at least get some height to it. Seems to be making a little more. He still has a little bit of trash in it. Get some summer grass in it. Looks like I got a little bit of sage grass in it. A couple weeds, but all in all, it's I think good, better quality hay. You know, look at it here from this side. So you got some tall Johnson grass up in there. You actually got some grass right up here. That's actually tall at the top of this bar, that Johnson grass there. That's the first field we've had. That first field I cut today, that actually had some grass tall up to actually hit the top of this bar there. Oh, it's just been short. It's been thick, but it's just been short. Let's see a little. Looks like it may have to be making a little more. Glad to see it. These thin fields just cutting hay can be a long day sometimes, but cutting this thin hay, good gracious, just makes it a long day. Because you know it ain't gonna make it much. But we gotta get it cut. We'll get it cut and make the progress. It tried to rain on me a little bit ago. It's clouding up some here. Get turned here. Sitting in this field right here where I'm at. Got a cell phone tower over there. So this is west. See these clouds up in here. Over here. As you can I keep breaking up and kind of going south. South of where I'm at right now is actually my Alex's house, so I'm on Alex's place. We actually getting a little bit of rain in our place. That's okay. We're not getting no rain right here, so we're just hay cut. I did sprinkle a while ago, just enough to show some dots, some water spots up on the tractor. Quite much. I've checked the radar a couple times. It's just some scattered, really scattered, small pop-up showers. They ain't big at all. Kind of pop it up and blow it around. And kind of in this area of Tennessee right here, we're kind of on the southern edge of the Cumberland Plateau. You got the Cumberland Basin, which is the middle of Tennessee, around Nashville and all that, in the Bowwood, Tennessee. Probably geography students that you know what I'm talking about. We're up on the Cumberland Plateau. Right here, this is kind of more of a rolling hill country. My dad's place. You go, I think my farm is 5 miles south of us here, maybe 4 miles south, 6 miles south. You get into a lot of flat ground over there. And actually, my farm is kind of half and half. It kind of splits. So you get over there and get a lot of flat country, a lot of big open flat ground for Tennessee anyway. So these hilltops over here, right here tend to make the clouds kind of split sometimes. So that looks like what they're kind of doing. Okay, we got a little, I got a break up here where we kind of see, you can see around these trees, you can see the rolling hills up here. Pretty country, but a lot of rolling ground, smaller fields up here, bigger fields are at the bottoms, along the creeks, and what they call rivers, but they're not rivers, they're more of big creeks right there. So it looks over here. So you kind of see the rolling hills like here. That's actually my dad's cornfield right there. Over in there. One of the cornfields in that. And another hill over there, another ridge over there. Welcome back to Bed 10, everybody. It is, it's kind of foggy outside, isn't it? Let's get a look. It ain't raining. It's just a heavy fog this morning. About 7:30. Trying to get started a little earlier today, because it's Sunday. Listen, I'm going to preach on the radio here in a minute, but I'm going to try to get started earlier today. See if we can get all this farm knocked out today and move to the next one. Sure, like we done this today. So I'm back here on the biggest field first. I get back here and knock this field out, and it will take about 3 hours to cut this field here. But it's got heavy dew. You can see this mower is already a little wet this morning. So real heavy dew last night. Almost like it rained, but it rained. It's just a heavy dew we're dealing with this morning. We'll get this field here knocked out. Alex is gonna be over here in a few hours. He had a couple things to do this morning. I was able to get out of the house a little earlier. He'll be here in a little bit, and he'll get another tractor going. And we've got this field and 2 more smaller ones of my dad's that will go to the rented ground and start cutting in. With 2 tractors, we should be able to get everything today. Well, that rain that was supposed to go west of us and south of us looks like it's heading our way. Maybe it rained out here a minute. That's okay. If I do, I need a day off anyway, probably. But we'll get as much as we can get done. See if it breaks up or doesn't break it up. But she's trying to sprinkle a little bit. Get a couple dots on the whole fender here. It's trying to rain, and it may do it. Keep rolling on, see what happens though. Well, it's been about 30 minutes. We're still running. It's not even sprinkling hard enough to keep the paint wet. Paint's drying off, so we'll keep going. Checked the radar a while ago, and it's kind of ranking up a little bit as it gets to us. So we may be able to run a little while. I think we'll be rained out eventually, but we'll get some acreage cut before we get rained out. Everything seems to be cutting good. Keep an eye on the belt, so they start to get wet off stop. I don't want to have a problem with the cutter. It's right next to it. Might like to get all this cut today. We'll see what happens though. We may get rained out, may get a day off though. I don't know. We'll go from there though. Well, I think I'm done after this lap here. Looks like the rain has set in finally, according to the radar. So I'm gonna make this one more lap, and I'm gonna go to the house and dry and see what happens. Make it back a step there. I don't know. See what happens. Maybe I'll make it back. If it's rains for a little bit and drive back out, then I'll come back and try at least finish this field up. I like to be done with this field today. Well, the rain didn't last so long. It lasted about 10 minutes getting hard. It's been about, I think it rained out about 9:30 maybe. It's 2 o'clock right now. The ground's undried out, so we're gonna get back at it. See if we knock some hay out. The sun's come out a little bit, still like cloudy today. This field right here is a good flat spot right here. So we'll kick her on up and let her run for that. See if we can get some acreage knocked out. Move on, see what we can get done today. Finish that build up, take it to the next one. It's 4 o'clock here around about. The sun has come out nice, it's warmed up a little bit. Looks like the clouds are breaking up nice. Looks like a storm that went south of us. I think we're done raining for a day. Try to get this field here knocked out. And I may do the other one, depending on what time it is. Everything's running smooth so far. This field looks pretty good. Get a good look at it. So pretty good amount of grass in this one. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a day right here at 5:30. Let's finish this last field up here. I got one more on this place to do, and we'll start to ready the ground. Cutting it and move to my Alex's place. But it's 5:30. It's a good spot to stop for today. But I want to start the next field. It'll take a little while to cut it. I'll work on it tomorrow when I get home. Today is Sunday, tomorrow is Monday. So Alex will get to work tomorrow. He'll start when he gets home, and I'll start when I get home tomorrow. Hopefully we get the last of this done tomorrow with 2 tractors over here. Get the wheels hooked up. That's kind of the plan though. Appreciate you guys joining us today, or those of that video. Hit that subscribe button down there. And good Lord willing, catch you on the flip side. Till next.